Hey everybody, welcome back. David Eon and the lovely Miss Lady Pop Hunter in the Open by Chance Vintage Toy Museum. Greetings, fellow nostalgia aficionados. And there's LPH. Hi. And we are in room 4. And people have been asking for a while now that we finally got set up. Now that we finally got all set up and in order. Well as we can for the time being, because there's still a little bit of work to do.
Yeah.
Doing a proper tour. And so we're going to start in room 4, and then we'll move into rooms 3, 2, and 1, respectively. And we can probably do individual things later for better detail. But just starting off with the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. And these are my Funko Pop bobbleheads right here. And as you go around, we'll see some little Smurfs and raisins and other things.
Yeah.
I had, and I just like sprinkling those around to put them on display. These are the Funko Hikaris. I liked when the Hikaris came out. They stopped, but I actually have a few Ninja Turtles, Masters of the Universe. I have a few of those, and they were doing good, I thought, but for some reason, Funko just stopped them.
Kind of dumped them.
Yeah. Over here, you'll see my Playmates Ninja Turtles, and these are the originals. I don't have all, obviously, and I don't have like the main characters like Wave 1, 2, 3. They're just kind of a mixed bag of things that I find when I'm out at shows, and I'm fine with that because this is a really big, extensive line.
It is. Well, you got all 4 of the first wave of the monsters.
Yeah, so we got the Universal Monsters, and it was 2 waves of that. I have 2 of the Star Trek and 3 of the Apollo 13. Well, Apollo 11.
Yeah,
Apollo 11.
Mission.
Yeah. Here go a wave that came out in the 2000s. This one was black and white in the colored version. The Jada Metals. I really like the Jada Metals turtles better than...
And they are die-cast.
Yeah, I like that better than Funko. This is some Playmates that came out in the early 2000s. Well, mid-2000s.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know, all those classic collection boxes.
Yeah, they're still in there. Some Jada vehicles.
Yeah.
You have the turtle van, and you have just a random car that they did, and of course the Funko Pops.
Classic Funko Pops that
Yeah.
everybody knows and loves.
I know.
Hey, they had their moment in the sun.
They did.
And
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had their time, and they were fine when they were fine, but then they just got too big for their britches, and they did all of this weird stuff, and it annoyed people. I think people got annoyed more than anything and just got tired of collecting. Now, these are the Playmates. I call them cereal boxes.
They are like cereal boxes.
Yeah. This is the original wave with the 4 turtles, and then they did a crossover with WWE or WWE,
I guess now.
Mm-hmm.
Wave 1 and 2
1
here.
and 2 here. And then they did Ghostbusters. So you have that.
And then the Bandai set down here.
Yeah, they only did 4 of the Bandai set. And then at the very bottom, you have the NECA quarter scales. And
Yeah.
I have the whole set of
These
that.
are notoriously fragile.
They
Actually,
are.
I've heard people complaining about them just falling over on the shelf and shattering. Broken legs and broken arms and things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And of course, the turtle tray. As I work my way around here, I see the Kid Robot set. You got those in a trade, didn't you? Or you got in some kind of a lot and just ended up liking them.
Yeah, I bought a lot of Hikaris, and the person threw those in. And I was like, what is that? Because, that's not what I ordered, but they threw them in there. And I'm like, okay, that's not bad. So I just kept them. Okay, so then you have the NECA Ninja Turtles that were sold at Target. And this is, I think, wave 1, 2, and 3.
Back when it was actually hard to find them at Target.
Yeah, and that got me so annoyed because I would have kept buying them, the whole thing. But you couldn't find it. That's when people were really buying them and reselling. So then I just moved to the Super 7s because Super 7 was you order it online and you get it when it comes. But you were guaranteed to get it. So I just bought the Super 7s, and I got wave 1 through 10, I think. They're not in order by wave because I have this complex, and everything has to be in a certain order.
Okay.
So.
And a bunch of Dorbs here.
Yeah, a bunch of Dorbs, and these are the other Jada metals. So you got all of your good guys here. That's in the green boxes. And then when we move around, you'll see the blue boxes. And those are your villains.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how that's laid out.
Which is interesting.
I like the way that looks, actually. This set over here.
This whole section.
Yeah, this section, I really like the way it looks. I like the way the the Super 7s, I like the way they look. They're real colorful. Some of these are glow in the dark. Let me see if I can turn the light off.
Uh-oh. Well, if you turn the light off, this light will come on.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So you won't see
it.
But some of them glow in the dark. I think this one glows in the
definitely.
dark. And the Baxter Stockton, this one glows in the
Look at
dark.
the size of that thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you have your Super 7 Turtle Van.
Turtle Van.
I don't have the stickers on it. All of the stickers, everything I have.
It's in there.
Yeah, it's in the box. I just didn't put the stickers on.
And a little bit of unfinished business here because I still need to put the door on here. That's why it's a little bare wall right here. I got to put the door on that, but the rest of the room is pretty well done. We worked hard on this.
And we're going to put some stuff in this blank.
Yeah.
These blank spots. So up here you have the 3-0 Ninja Turtles, and I only have these 3. I really like this set, but it is very fragile.
They are.
And they're hard to stand up. You might not be able to tell, but that Michelangelo is just leaning up against the wall.
And this is a window box that I built because there was actually a window here.
But they're hard to stand. They don't stand up on a stand. And they're very fragile. These pieces, David had to fix them several times.
Yeah.
It's just a mess. So, I mean, I'm not talking down on them. It's just what it is. It's fragile. I have a lot of Jada metal cars. These are some of the cars I just got displayed here because I ain't really have any place to display them.
And Funko Pops.
Then we move over into my Thundercats little section.
Just look at these really quickly here.
Yeah, I know
those are the ones that people want because these are some of the earlier ones, and they still have a price tag on them. Mm-hmm. But because the more modern stuff, it's kind of gotten away. And then the
Super 7 Thunder Tank.
Yes.
And we did a review of that on the channel.
We did an unboxing of this.
Yeah. And when you put it next to the original, whoa, this is gigantic.
Yeah, the original can only really accommodate 2 figures.
And then you have the Bandais up here.
Trying to get the glare out of it, but yeah, as well as you can see.
Yeah, those are all the Bandais right here. And then you move on to the Maddie Club.
That's right. And this one was Maddie.
Mm-hmm. This Mumra's Maddie. And then these, 5 right here are the Maddie Club.
And then they kind of gave up.
Yeah, they just stopped.
They just stopped.
And, of course,
there's another property that they just gave up on is making the vinyls.
Yeah, I actually like the vinyls. I actually have quite a few of them. Some more Dorbs. And then Funko did this Savage World.
And got in trouble for that, too.
Yeah, they got in trouble for that. And then they just gave up on it.
Yeah.
And then Mezco
I'll just show this giant Mumra real quick.
That's
here.
from Super 7.
Obviously. And the Loyal Subjects one there. You got a couple of those floating around.
Yeah. These are the Mezcos. That's not quarter scale.
No, it's a little smaller,
they're
but
big.
It's this is the full run.
Yeah, this
That's
is the
all of
whole
them.
set to include Mumra and the Ever Living.
Down at
The
end
2-pack.
there. Unassembled. And then I'll jump up here.
Now we're in the Super 7, and I got waves 1 through 10. I stopped.
Wow.
There are more that came out after wave 10 that I was interested in, but I really don't have any space for that. I like them. I like that Super 7 was doing some characters that wasn't done before.
Yeah, like Mandora. Mandora the Evil Chaser.
Yeah. And I know people always ask, well, why don't you get the original LJN? I really don't like the original LJN. I didn't like the sculpt and the body mold.
Willa.
So I like the body mold and the sculpt of like the Bandai and what Super 7 did.
Yeah.
So I just stuck with that.
I like the original, but I like him more so for the historic value. So that appeals to me.
Yeah. And I mean, that's fine. I just didn't like the sculpt, actually. I really didn't like the sculpt. So I didn't go after it at all. I like this. I like the way it looks. I like the body style and the sculpt. And that's what I got. I'm not going to get any more because, again, just like with the Ninja Turtles, I don't have room for anything else. And this is the Mandora cycle.
Yeah, that goes with the Mandora figure.
Yeah, with the Mandora figure that's up there. Then we move on.
This is fantastic right here. These are so hard to get. You almost got the whole set.
Yeah, I'm missing 2.
Yeah, and I'll show that here in a second because when we put this together, we deliberately left a gap,
Yeah.
hoping that we'll find the other 2. And most of these are in pretty great shape.
Yeah, I found them at the
Yeah.
toy show, and I like buying from people that got like almost a whole set or a bunch in the whole set. And I did. I found a guy, he had the majority of these, but I just need 2 more. This is the new wave that came out. Who made this? NECA, I think?
No,
I can't
it's
remember.
not NECA.
Yeah, it's somebody else.
Trick or Treat
Trick or Treat
Studios.
Studios.
Yeah.
And I got 1 original vehicle. And then the Super 7 started them up. I don't know if they ever went any farther.
Then those 4. Yeah.
They
I don't
probably
know either.
did. I don't know
either.
I really don't know. Up
Yeah.
here, and this isn't put
These
in
are
order
great too.
like how I want it, but they're here. I keep forgetting to organize them.
Yeah.
Bucky O'Hare.
And
That was a good cartoon.
I remember, yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I remember when these were in the dollar store. I had a whole wave of these that I got in the dollar store once upon a time. And that is the whole set
Yep.
right here. We just need cases for them because they are fragile.
And these 2 are the new ones because they didn't make them in the original. Mm-hmm. So I got these 2.
From Boss Fight.
Right, and
Ended up at Ollie's.
yeah, and I bought them from Ollie's.
And then the 2 vehicles.
Yep, it was only 2 vehicles. And that's the whole set of that. And I like that. I don't have to worry about it. I know I don't have to move anything to put anything else there.
And then Ultra Force, still affordable. The Ultra Force figures is still affordable, although the black carded exclusive ones sold for quite a bit in the 90s. That has died down. People don't even care about these anymore.
And I do not have the whole wave because I don't have all of the black ones, but this is enough. I mean, I don't even have room for anything else. So
We'll find room.
yeah,
I'll make it work.
but this is good right here.
And then these 2, the 2 packs.
Oh, these are Wildcats.
Oh, Wildcats.
that's
I'm
not
sorry.
Ultra
Yeah.
Ultra
I got thrown by the color. Mm-hmm. That's Ultra Force.
Yeah, this one is Ultra Force.
Enemy.
And then this is 2 from Jason the Wheel Warriors.
These are real hard to find.
Yeah. Now they have only these 2 carded figures. They don't have the original characters, but they have a bunch of vehicles, and I have 1. I got it this year actually at Toylanta.
Yeah.
Yeah. The vehicles are very expensive.
And there's the ramen, Marshall and 3030. As we did reviews of those.
Okay, we move
Now we
up
go into
here,
Wildcats.
and this is Wildcats, and I have everything Wildcats. The cartoon I thought was good. It was rushed.
That's one of the drawbacks. Is
Yeah.
they go way too quick on some of those.
You do better by watching reading the comics,
Yes.
of course. And I started reading the comics, and it really filled in a lot of gaps. I got the Grifter comic. That's pretty good. I haven't finished reading that because I was missing a couple of books. And you have the 2 vehicles and the 2 packs, and that's it for that.
Yeah. And then
We move
Captain
over.
Simeon.
That's a real good one. I am missing one.
One figure. Mm-hmm.
And that's the girl. I can't remember her name. The queen.
the princess.
Oh, yeah,
or whatever they called her.
Yeah, whatever she was. I'm missing that one. But that was also a good cartoon if you never saw it. And Space Goes Coast to Coast.
This is always yellow. That's not bad, actually, but they're always yellow for some reason. The transparent one.
Yeah. This, of course, is based on the 90s Space Goes Coast to Coast, not based
Not
on the
original.
cartoon.
Yeah. The original's classic.
Yeah.
And then Wing Commander.
Wing Commander I bought by accident because
She thought it... Yeah, go ahead.
I was actually trying to get... it wasn't even Sky Commander. I can't think of the name of it because I don't see it right now. But anyway, I was trying to get another figure from Space Academy.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to get. And kept getting the name mixed up. And ended up buying this. And I was like, what the heck is this? This is not what I was going
And then
for.
Sky Commanders. And I'll tell you, too, these are really hard to find.
I never
Sky
saw
Commanders.
this cartoon. I'm missing one vehicle, and that vehicle is expensive.
They all are.
Well, they're not too bad, but the one Lotus something.
And there's us in the little baby carriage.
Yeah,
The little Raggedy Ann and Andy carriage. And
I can't remember where I got that.
then
carriage
back
from.
here, you got that from a retro toy swap.
Oh yeah.
And then there's the official Cracker Jack figure from Vogue Dolls. And I'm going to back up here real quick because I just want to look underneath here because we got all these amazing lunch trays
Yeah, those are my
lined
lunch
up
trays.
under here.
I think that's all. There might be a couple more out there somewhere. But that's if that's not all of them, it's the majority of them.
And I like the way that's set up, how it just kind of borders the floor.
Yeah.
There's so much to see. So much to see. It's a labor of love, truly, folks. You know, all of the effort that we put into these. These are amazing.
Yeah, this is my Exo Squad collection. I have all of the vehicles. I think I have everything Exo Squad to include the Jump Squad or the Jump Troopers. I need to find out if it's another wave of Jump Troopers.
Yeah, I thought
'cause
there
only
was
have
two.
4.
I thought there was 2 waves. And that, of course, is not counting the Robotech
Yes.
crossover stuff.
Yes, I did not get the Robotex. I'm cool with this right here. If you have not seen that cartoon, I would say that's a must-watch cartoon.
Yeah.
Very good. The storyline is good. They handle social issues very well. And that's what made me, that's what really drew me in, how they handled certain topics.
Yeah, they didn't beat you over the head with it.
Yeah, they addressed it. You knew it was there. You saw the problem, and they addressed it well. Then we
And
got some
these
trash
ash
cans down there.
I love the CB one too.
Yeah.
These are great alternatives. I've said before, if you are interested in lunch boxes or whatever, these and the lunch trays are a lot less expensive than lunch boxes, but have the same artwork. And this is probably, again, Exo Squad, one of the best of Playmates of the 90s.
And then we move over to Transformer. So you have the original 80s Prime, and then you have the Walmart reissue. And then you have the original Megatron from the P38. 70s.
Yeah, yep. 1974 Takara.
And then you have the original 80s
G1.
And then you have the Japanese reissue back in, I think, the 90s.
No, it's dated 83.
Oh, really? Okay, 83. And I did not get the Walmart reissue.
No.
We actually found this one at an antique mall.
Yep.
Ultra cheap.
Ultra Magnus.
And you have the original Soundwave in the Walmart reissue. And then this is Optimus Prime, the
Dead Optimus Prime,
yeah.
Nemesis Prime. And some Jada stuff.
Yeah, a bunch of Jada.
Oh no, that's not Jada. What am I saying?
No,
these are Transformers. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Ectotron. Those are the Jada.
These are Jadas. All of these.
Going all down here.
Mm-hmm.
And then some ornaments there, and
yeah, all of that Jada stuff.
as we work our way around the corner, and there's still so much to see. So much to see. It's crazy. I love these.
Super 7.
Plastic meatball.
No, this ain't Super 7.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry. Plastic
plastic
meatball.
meatball.
Emmett Otter. If you have not seen the Emmett Otter Christmas cartoon, that's a must watch.
Well, puppet show.
Oh yeah, puppet show. Because it's like it is Jim Henson.
It's one of the best of the Christmas specials.
It is. That's one of them. You have to watch it every year.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the Knickerbocker, Raggedy Ann, and Andy action figures in playset.
Yeah, 12 scale.
Then we move along over here, and you have the Care Bears action figures and 2 other vehicles.
Yeah, I like these too. And a lot of people don't even realize they did that. They think they just made stuffed animals.
And these action figures came in 3 kinds. They had the little triangle box, this one, and then they had figurines. But these are actual action figures. And I never saw him on the cartoon at all. Super 7, Richard Scarry. I like Richard Scarry, and Super 7 is the only place I've ever seen Richard Scarry action figures, I think.
It's been done.
Okay.
I think Tomy did it in the 90s, and Play School did it in the 70s. But they're, very limited articulation. I think the ones from the 70s don't even have articulation. They're more like figurines.
Super 7, Sesame Street. And these are a lot of characters you just forgot, like Lefty the salesman. Now, when I was a kid, those yips used to scare me. I was scared of the yips. I hated when they came.
I like how he has the worm.
Mr. Hooper, Big Bird, of course, and then you had Sherlock, Roosevelt, and the alligator. I mean, those are, when you see Sesame Street, you always get the same characters: Bert and Ernie, Big Bird, Cookie Monster, those things. But they actually made other stuff. Then you have Knickerbocker again, and you have Tycho.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of these down here. That's the original rubber ducky there.
Mm-hmm. And this is the camper set. I love that camper set.
You have a loose one too.
I do have a loose one. Because I had it in the box, and the box I had was destroyed. And then I went to a toy shop, and they had one in the box. And I was able to get that with a better box.
And then Heroes of the Kingdom, Mego-like.
Yeah, that's my my little church section right there, my Christian stuff. And I really wanted that on display. And I wish I could display it a little bit better, but I'm happy with it the way it is. All of my Christian ones are on display. My Christian figures. And I don't have all. I always think I got all. And then I got Lou that always shows me that it's one more.
Yeah.
Every time I
Lou
get one.
from my Mego-like.
Yeah.
I love that Jonah actually fits in the whale, Bible doesn't say it's a whale.
No, it just said it was a big fish.
It either says
whatever.
a fish or a sea monster.
And then you have your characters there.
Yeah, and this is
We Win.
no, we win is the ones up top. This is
Bible Greats.
Rainfall.
Yeah, Rainfall.
Rainfall. It took me a minute because a couple of different companies did these.
And some of these are affordable.
Yeah,
It's a couple of them you're going to put some money in. Now, these are the biblical adventures that just came out. I want to display those loose. I just don't have the space. So right now, they're in the box. If I get a place to display them loose, I will take them out and display it. These are Galatian bears, and they're all the fruits of the Spirit. I only have 4. Is what 7 fruits of the Spirit, so it's some more. But when you look them up online,
you won't find them.
No, and they're always loose, so I never get them. But if you put in Galatian bears, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get Care Bears.
Yeah.
But they're in there. I forgot where I got those. Those are Universal Monsters by Diamond Select.
Yeah.
No, that's MC Toys, right? That's not Diamond.
I think these were Diamond Select.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diamond did these. But yeah, I mean that's an impressive set.
Yeah, I really wanted Universal Monsters 1/6 scale.
Just trying to keep the glare off.
And I actually got them, and as we go down, you'll be able to see them. And Twilight Zone came out with a set. Biff Bang Pow came out with a set of Twilight Zone.
And these are tough too.
Yeah.
These can be really tough. Some of them.
The pricing on them, well, okay, I haven't checked the prices because after I buy them, I don't look at the prices anymore. But when I did get it, they were all affordable. And except for Mr. Bemis.
Yes.
And I actually got him fairly cheap because the bubble was loose and I had to tape the bubble back on. But
it was open in the corner and you glued it.
Yeah. But all of them are under $50 except for Mr. Bemis. And they're well-known characters from some of the more popular episodes.
And then this one is
William Shatner.
But they give you a change of clothes so you can make him either character.
Yeah, because he was the guy in the cafe with his wife. They just got married. And then he was the guy on the airplane that saw the monster on the wing.
Yeah, had his
and
little
the
nervous
monster
breakdown.
is actually the gremlin.
Yep.
Right there from that episode. And then you have the Twilight Zones from Sideshow.
Yeah. That's for the first episode, if I remember correctly.
Whoop.
Uh-oh.
And this is the Man to Serve Man.
The Canamite.
And you have Sideshow. Where are you going over there? Yep, you have more Twilight Zone from Sideshow. So
that's
these
the
are
Nurse and Eye of the Beholder, Nurse and Doctor.
Yeah. Both all these 1/6 scale from Sideshow, you can get them for around about $50, or at least when I did. I doubted if they went up because for some reason Sideshow 1/6 scale doesn't hold up. This is the same figure, the gremlin from the William Shatner episode.
20,000 feet, yeah.
Yeah, and they tell you some stuff about it. If you can see inside the box, they tell you about the episode and all of that, when it had originally aired.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of good information.
Older 6 scale figures, they just don't hold up. And these are out of limits, obviously, from Sideshow.
Some popular episodes from Outer Limits. And again,
really
they're
neat.
just
Yeah,
really
cool.
cheap. They're not that expensive. And then you have this bug. It's 2 different ones. It doesn't. You have the
and it's the 2 factions because there were 2 different opposing ants from Mars
Now this is Sideshow 1/6 scale Universal Monster because I really did want.
I don't know if yes, some of those aren't going to hinge.
Yes, I really wanted a 1/6 scale Universal Monster, and Sideshow ones still cheap. You can find it on eBay, around $50.
Yeah.
Now they are from the early 2000s. Creature from That Walks Among Us, Creature from the Black Lagoon. So, they're not going to be new.
Yeah, but like whatever.
Yeah. I mean, you just want them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you got to be all
I
like
said,
that
a lot
about
of
it.
6 scale collectors are just really fickle, and
Yeah.
just like the next new thing comes along, that one's got a strap.
Okay, well, we won't
The
get
next
that.
new thing comes along, and they're just like, let me.
That
I
one
need
is
to.
in a slide box.
Yeah, they're like, I just got to get rid of these now.
Yeah. And then I got my. I don't know why David did that to me.
Because they monsters and they belong here.
Those are my new kids on the block.
Uh-huh.
And David decided to put it with the monsters.
Well, it was the best spot for them at the time. And
Yeah.
these are the deluxe ones because there's a regular version.
Yeah,
that
that's in a
has
small skinny
a smaller
box.
skinny box, no cassette tape, and these are the ones that have a cassette tape. And look, once upon a time they were $20 a piece at Target. And they all have a Target sticker, so that's a legacy set. Somebody bought this whole set together, and it was sold to a dealer together, and she bought them back together.
Yep.
And a Swamp Thing.
Yeah, now we're getting into my Swamp Thing
I'll go back
collection.
up to the top here.
Okay. These are the Swamp Thing from the 90s, and it had a cartoon that is awful.
89.
Was it? Well,
I think it was 89.
okay. Still, the cartoon was awful. But the
Yeah.
comic is amazing. If you read the original Bronze Age comics, really good. The Alan Moore one was really good, but these are based on the cartoon. It was only 5 episodes. It was awful. It was rushed. The dialogue was bad. The voice acting was bad. But these are based on it. When I bought it, it was still affordable. I don't know if it ever went up in price, so I can't say. These are all of the vehicles. I actually got almost all of these at once because the prices are so cheap. The carded figures were under $20. All of the play sets were about $30, except for one. I want to say it was either
I think it was the Swamp Trap.
or or the Marsh Buggy, and that one was over $50. And then of course you got the Pops, the Swamp Thing and the Man Thing Pops.
And the real Ghostbusters, those are original. These 3 are original, I know.
Yeah, I don't have the one on the white card that's original. Those go for like hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, and then these are the repros.
Yeah. And you know, I'm cool with the repro because the original is so much. And Kenner redid that a couple of years ago. Now these are
original.
Yeah, the Universal Monsters. Everybody did the Universal Monsters. It
Or
seemed
something like it.
Yeah.
That's really neat, though.
And then these came out. Who did these? NECA, I think.
No, that's still Hasbro.
Oh, it's still Hasbro?
These are
Kenner.
Hasbro
Kenner.
repros.
Yeah.
Well, Kenner is owned by Hasbro.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, and this starts the Ghostbuster WWE crossover because crossovers were just the thing to do at one point.
Well, it was a novelty then. Now everybody's doing that stuff. Yeah,
and now it's annoying. At first it was like, oh man, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now it's just annoying.
I love the Ecto Glow belt.
Then you had the who did this? Maddie Club did this.
I think these are the retail ones, and the Matty Clubs are the 2-packs.
Yeah, the Maddie Clubs, and these came out in the mid to late 2000s. No, this came out in like 2020 or something.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't remember. They came out. Then of course you got your Jada Metals, which again I really like the Jada
because
Metals.
they're die-cast.
And they got better.
They're heavy.
They got better sculpt. You can actually see what it is. You can look at it and tell. Unlike Funko, you can't tell. So you got 3 Ecto ones. The one that goes with this other group here. the Playmate
remake.
or the remake
Yeah.
Kenner, and then the Ecto one.
Hollywood Rides.
Come down to the bottom.
These are cool.
You have Our Real Monsters, and that was a cartoon that came out in the 90s on Nickelodeon.
Mm-hmm.
I used to watch that cartoon, and I remember it fondly. I don't know if I can watch it now, but I really liked that cartoon when it came out.
And this is the entire wave.
Mm-hmm. The entire
This
set.
is all of them, yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll pop back up. I love this set too. And this is a fun cartoon.
Conan the Adventurer is the name of this cartoon. It is a very good cartoon. Very loud. They scream a lot.
Yeah.
These are all of the characters.
And they're big figures, as you can see.
They have some, like the female. They didn't make her, and she was a main character. But
They never got to a wave 2 because there's
No.
more figures they could have done.
yeah. So they did the 4 characters. Well, 3 of them are Conan.
Yeah, 3 of
and then
those
the
are
others.
Conan.
Oh, this is a Conan. This
Yeah,
needs
4.
to be moved.
4 are Conan.
Okay. And then you had the 2 vehicles, well, the 2 steeds.
That also come with a unique figure. Mm-hmm. There's a figure in there. It's an obscure line. These are tough to find.
Yeah.
Actually, these are tough
It's
to
hard
find.
to find on a card, but they're not that expensive.
And then this.
Pirates of Dark Water. We just watched this recently. I bought all of these from one vendor at
Wow,
Toylanta.
That's right. Well, all of the carded figures anyway.
Mm-hmm. And I just got the Wraith at Toy Swap.
That's right. And there was supposed to be a second ship, and they never made it. So
Mm-hmm.
this really completes the whole thing.
Because the Wraith belongs to this character, the main character. I can't think of his name.
Ren.
Ren.
Yeah.
And then he didn't get his Bloth.
Bloth didn't get his ship.
Didn't
They
get
didn't
his
make
ship.
it. And then begins the Holy Grail, and I'll just walk
And it's
all
two-
the way
2 types.
down here.
So this one is the open box set.
And these are Sideshow again.
Yeah, and this one is the flap. I have it turned backwards because you get more on the back than you would in the front. In the front is just a flap, and every front looks exactly
like
the
that.
same. And then you have your figure inside. I'm missing one figure,
Uh-huh.
and that's the one that says nymph. What is it?
The knight who says knee.
Yeah, and he's like ultra big. And he's expensive. The rest of them are not that expensive.
And
Captain Planet.
yeah, and I know that's not complete, but
No, it's not complete,
Yeah.
but for me it is. So, went back to watch this cartoon and couldn't do it.
yeah,
That
it's,
was awful.
It's pretty bad, actually.
Yeah, it was. It was all right as a kid, but whoa,
That
going back.
happens. Some don't hold up.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But this is my Captain Planet. It's a lot of the Captain Planets, the different types. For the kids, that's about all. This is wave 1. Wave 2 is more expensive. And then I have 3 vehicles. I just got this vehicle at Joe Fest.
Yes.
Then
the
we
Shadow.
move up to the Shadow. David did his affordable figures, and I saw the Shadow. This is based on the movie, not the comic
Yeah.
or the original movie
serials,
that
yeah.
came out in the 40s. This is the movie that came out in what, the 90s?
92 or something?
I did not see this movie. But I do have the comics. I got a lot of the comics.
Mm-hmm.
This is Beetlejuice, based on the movie, which I've never seen. I used to watch the cartoon. Me and David went back and watched the cartoon. This is not complete, but I'm fine with just this. I don't need any more of the Beetlejuice. The Shadow is complete. This is everything for the Shadow. Beetlejuice, no, but that's fine. All of it fits right there, real comfortable. Then we start out Dukes of Hazzard. This is a Joe Fest exclusive. The vehicle and the 2 figures are Bo and Luke.
Yep, the Joes of Hazard.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Migos. Well,
Yeah,
let me see the General Lee here
this
first.
is the General Lee, who's this
American
Erdl.
Muscle.
American
yeah.
Muscle. And
You
then-
have an Erdl, it's not out here.
I don't know. I got like 3 or 4 more. I don't know where they are. And then you have some figures here from Mego.
Yeah. And we'll come around the corner, and these I really like.
These are the Mattel Flash Gordon. You have 4. It's more of them. They're pretty expensive. I don't have any more. I got these from a vendor at one of the shows.
Yeah. And Defenders of the Earth, these aren't that easy to find either.
No. They're not that expensive except for Mandrake the Magician. He's very expensive and hard to find on the card. Very hard to find on the card.
And these are really hard.
Yeah, the vehicles are very hard to find. I bought 2 of the vehicles from Chip. And yeah, I don't know where I got the other vehicle from, but I got 2 of them from Kip. I got 2 of the vehicles from Kip. And I don't remember where the other vehicle came from, but I got 2 of them from Kip.
And some hero hacks there.
Yeah. Then we're moving on to my Batman wall. And as you can see, we got some 89 Batman and Batman Returns. We got that up there. So we have the Kenner, and then you got Jada Metal up there, the vehicles, and then you have the Batman the Animated Series, Batman Returns, like I said, and then the 89 toy bits.
And so much of this stuff was made.
Yeah, we actually got a cereal box with the bank that Anne gave me. She donated that to the toy museum.
Yeah.
And it sits proudly
If
there.
anybody's watching, there's a couple of things we've scanned over that were given to us by somebody.
And we got a bunch of Jada cars. I love the Jada cars. So you have the 66 Batmobile, the Animated Series 89. This is the Hot Wheels. And then you have from Justice League, and you have The Batman, which I really like that movie. You have some pieces down here. Now, all of the Hallmark figures or ornaments were donated to the museum by Edwin.
Yep. And like those hacks came from Robert.
Yes.
And there's a few other little bit odds and ends. There's things that if you people who know who they are, they'll spot a couple of their things floating around in here.
Yeah.
That they generously gave to us.
We display it proudly.
Yeah, and I'll move around to the center displays here really quickly. Looking underneath the table here, bunch of NECAs.
We
Just
try
stacked.
to put things where we can.
Yeah, just stacked up. As God knows, if you take them out of the box, they'll crumble.
Yeah, they will.
I'm being awful, but
It's the truth.
there's some truth to it. Unfortunately. We got those all around there. That's Iron Studios.
Yeah, those Iron Studios.
I'm not a fan.
It didn't impress me well, so this is needs to be moved, but it's a Jada Metal, and then we have Queen Studio Joker. When he was sitting at the desk at the TV studio about to go on. Love that statue. He has rooted hair, silicone skin, glass eyes, all of his accessories. Well, the stuff that's on the makeup table, he got a lot more accessories that's not up, but this is enough. And he sits there. He's nice and big, and he fits on that table nicely. Over here, I actually just found this at the flea market. Found this at the flea market, and it fit with my Heath Ledger Joker and Joaquin Phoenix Joker. So you got the two, and it fits there nicely. It fits in the room, and I love that picture. And that's their stuff and accessories that go with them. I like the Heath Ledger Joker. I think he did a good job. But I have to say, Joaquin Phoenix, the first one,
Yeah.
I really love that. Now we come into my 1/6 scale display. So we have the Mondo 1/6 scale
That's this one.
man thing. This one was also donated to the
I gave
museum.
you that.
Okay. It was given to me by David.
You're a mess.
Given to me by David. And Michael Keaton Batman Returns. I really wanted a 1/6 scale Michael Keaton Batman. This one was re-released, so Michael Keaton, that's fine. We have the Jokers here. This is the Sideshow. No, sorry, Hot Toys.
Hot Toys. That's Hot Toys.
Hot Toys. This one is a bootleg.
And it's better quality than the Hot Toys one.
Yeah.
It's sad.
This was donated to the
Even the pistol,
museum.
by the way, is die cast here.
Yeah.
It's just better all the way around.
This one was donated to the museum by Robert. And I have my Prince Purple Rain CD. And he fits into this because he did all of the music for 89 Batman.
Yeah.
That's why he sits here.
And then the Flash, of course, is from the same universe as 89 Batman, so we can just kind of string those together.
And this was also donated to the museum.
Yep.
And then we have Robert Pattinson, the Batman, which, again, I like that movie. I hope they don't destroy it.
Oh, please.
Then we have the Mondo 1/6 scale Batman the Animated Series. And then we have some McDonald's prizes and the McDonald's prize
Boxes,
meal boxes. And then we have down here, we don't have any more animated series. This shelf right here is a little crowded for me, but you know, that's what we got going. Now we're moving on to my Raggedy Ann and Andy set. So we have the trash cans, and Raggedy Ann is in that one. This is their house, their bed. They're sitting outside. This is the camel with the wrinkled knees. These are Banks, their little play set that goes with the house. This is a toy box that I found
eBay.
on eBay, and the guy got the shipping wrong.
Well, nobody told him that you can take this apart, so he shipped it as is.
Yeah.
And killed himself in
Yeah,
postage.
and boy, he was mad. It wasn't my fault. That's the Raggedy Ann and Andy van.
Buddy L.
Buddy L. van.
That's actually pretty rare to find in this kind of condition, with all
And I
the
have the
figures,
box
the
for it.
figures and everything. Yeah.
This is another trash can that has Andy in it.
And then more figures.
And this is the back side of my 1/6 scale. So I did get 2 man thing from
Mondos.
Mondo. This is the second one. This is the
Bella Lugosi.
Bela Lugosi from, I can't remember who did that one. But
I don't remember either.
I got the deluxe with the coffin that he does not fit in.
Yeah, the coffin is junk, and it's all poly.
And we did a review or unboxing, and we tried to put him in the coffin, and he doesn't fit. Yeah. But when you looked at the picture, they had him coming out.
It doesn't even hinge right.
Yeah,
you know, if it wasn't leaning, this would just flip over. It's just badly done.
Yeah, so that kind of, you know, I mean, yeah, you had him posed coming out, but you would think he would still be able to lay in there.
This is a popcorn bucket.
Yeah, that was donated by Lou from Migo Like. The Christine car, if you saw the movie Christine.
Somebody, one of the vampires hurt. Little jokey there.
This is
Oh, he just will not stand up. Barnabas Collins.
Custom made Barnabas Collins. I had his head made, got him a 1/6 scale body and some clothes. And I actually bought this coffin at one of the shows. The guy had something else in it, and I asked him if he would just sell me the coffin, and he did.
Yep.
So we got some more 1/6 scale.
Those are the Mondo creatures. versions 1 because they reissued those instead of making more Universal monsters. And you got some Titan vinyls back there.
Yeah,
And then some NECA stuff. This is a Mexican bootleg Predator that was given to her by Rolo from Masters Maniac Mexico. The Nada, I love the glasses.
Yeah.
And then the original Hot Toys Predator. I think that's the first version.
Mm-hmm.
And the 3-0 Transformers down here.
Yeah. And then you have some stuff down there. The lunch tray in the movie, VCR tape movie.
Yeah. And then we can get to that second display.
Now this is my, I guess, girl section.
Oh,
I really
ain't
wanted,
that cute?
I know. I really wanted this to be displayed different, but this center display was good. I got everything on there, basically.
The radio.
So, as you can see, where you starting at?
Oh, I was looking at the Raggedy Anns down there, and I'm up to those look like the Loyal Subjects reissues.
Those are the reissue Rainbow Brights. And these two are the 2000 Care Bears.
Yeah, figurines.
Mm-hmm. And they come with these play sets. And then you have Strawberry Shortcake
Originals.
and Rainbow Bright, the phone, Care Bear cup, Bernstein Bears play set.
I'll come around this way. I'll look on the bottom here.
Okay.
Because we got a little hodgepodge here, but those are all original Kenner strawberries.
Yeah, this is all Strawberry Shortcake play sets down there at the bottom. And on the second shelf, this is all the 2002, I think, Care Bears.
Mm-hmm.
They're the play set, and there's a lot more of them. Some of these are actually pretty expensive, especially these houses. They're over $100. I quit hitting that. These right here were fairly cheap, and when I say fairly cheap, they were under $30. But those are kind of expensive.
And then the little dollies.
Yeah, the Strawberry Shortcakes here. You have like 3 waves in there.
Yeah, because they changed styles.
Yeah, they changed the
They
box
changed
a lot.
styles.
Mm-hmm.
So you had like this type cutout, and then you had the cutout to the right, and I think there's another version where the cutout is on the left,
and
then you got
stuff.
the dancing ones, and you got the ones that come with the little beds, and
Yeah, because
it's
they had
crazy.
the slumber party.
Like I think this Wave 1 Orange Blossom, and then Wave 2 Orange Blossom.
Yeah, they do a lot, make you keep buying stuff.
Yeah, well.
And then this is the dance studio.
Yeah, that's one of the dance studio ones.
Yeah.
And that lamp works.
That lamp does work.
It does work.
This is a Richard Scar VCR tape, Loyal Subjects, trash cans, and this was donated to the museum.
A little cradle.
Yeah, I can't remember where I got that cradle.
Retro toy swap.
Retro toy swap. And then I just put some stuff in it.
And I'll go around the top in a minute. Mm-hmm. So, because you get that house sitting up there.
These are some Rainbow Bright, the Rainbow Bright play sets down here.
Those are original.
Mm-hmm.
And Loyal Subjects.
Yep. And these came out in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I think these were Hallmark.
Yep.
Something like that, right?
And I think this is all of them. If I remember right, these are all.
Look at that clearance. Walmart, $4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy.
And then these are the original, the dogs. This one actually
That's
goes
a
with
2000s one, yeah.
the one down here.
But these are original.
And the ones in the bag, I got them loose because they were the Taco Bell prize. Mm-hmm. And I put them in these bags and just put their
and
names
they have
on
like
it.
Yeah. If you shake them, they squeak. And they had like a half a dozen of these, right? Or 5, or was it 5?
Yeah,
think
so
it's
they're all
5.
the different ones, and I put a colored paper to match and what they are and where they came from. These are original.
Yeah, and then the dollhouse.
Yeah, that's the original house, and the furniture is in there, and some extra loose pieces.
Yeah, this house isn't easy to come by.
No.
And the clock. That mailbox is always missing. on this houses, that mailbox is always missing. And there's us. There we are on the porch.
Sitting on the front porch, waving at the people go by.
Yeah, waving at the people.
And this is a card I found.
With a crossover.
Yeah, of Holly Hobby. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, it was never used because it's a punch out. So you have Holly Hobby, and then you have the table and strawberry shortcake.
Yeah.
All of that.
From the early days. And that's room 4.
Yeah.
And we will transition into room 3. And on into the Masters of the Universe room. There she is. Hi.
Hi.
So where should we start? How about because there is a lot to see in this room.
Okay, so
but I guess we'll start with, how about this?
Okay, so here we have the Mattel Filmation series. This is all of them from Mattel, all the way from here to where you see Evil Seed. That's all that came in that line right there. And
then it was picked up, right?
It was picked up by Super 7. They also did the Filmation line.
Laughing
and they
Prince
did
Adam.
Yep, Prince Adam and Laughing Prince Adam and He-Man and all of that.
I don't know why they didn't do the He-Man from the Christmas special where he's wearing the Santa suit.
Yeah, they just
that would have made more sense.
This one right here with the Santa hat and the candy cane
they kind of
sword.
cheated you there.
Yeah, but this is the entire thing from Super 7
because they
lost
their
the license
from Mattel.
Yeah.
Well, there's other figures, but I know you got them. They're just not
I'm
right
talking
here.
about the Filmation
This
stuff.
style
This
box,
Yeah.
and they were doing stuff you didn't see, like of course Katrina, for example, and that's what you want is for them to do characters that have just never been done before.
Mm-hmm. And then of course you got your Funko Pops.
Yeah.
The original He-Man. I just got a few. I don't have every single one.
You stopped at some point, but
Well, yeah, I did stop because it stopped for a while, and now it's picking back up because of the new movie. And then down here, these boxes are from the Maddie Club, which I have more Maddie Club you'll be seeing shortly. And that's Battle Lion, Battle Cat. I do not have Panthro.
and that's the retro sketch. They were doing this before Mattel was doing the rest of the crossovers.
Macho Man at Arms.
Yeah. And there's our gummies they gave us.
Yeah, that was donated to the museum.
These,
And then down,
just trying to finish up here.
okay.
And this Masters Maniac Mexico had somebody make that for us. It's got the cats, Manny cats.
And this is also Super 7. This is some of the last things they did. This one, well, almost everything
Can't get the
here.
glare off that one.
The last ones that they
Reaction.
did. Yeah. Of the 2-pack. And then they had these Japanese one. And these are Loyal Subjects.
Yeah. And you got a whole box of the Loyal Subjects unopened, I think.
Yeah.
And Sunman and
Yeah, I wanted the Sunman, when that came out, but I didn't really do too much with that.
And then there's your King Grayskull and this works.
Close it. You gotta close it all the way.
Okay. And that's the case I was talking about.
Yeah. Then you have these big ones, the Megator and Procustus, and 2 Gradamirs, both colors, green and the red one.
Yeah, Grandma's neat.
Okay, and
And then
that's
there's the Maddie Clubs.
Yeah, that's the Maddie Club stuff. And it's separated by good guy, and it goes down to the villains. And I tried to put them in a kind of an order by you know, like the first all the way up to like the more modern ones, or like you know, in order of when it came out, not the year, but like King Grayskull would have been first, and then Ular, and then the faceless ones, like that. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So I tried doing that, but yeah.
There's Randor in the corner.
King Randor with his regal dress, and then his just regular outfit.
Yeah. And Standor.
That's Stan Lee.
Yep. Cosmic creator of power. Grayskull, galactic protectors.
Yeah.
This was a very popular line.
It was. That was going pretty good. And then it just kind of died out.
And a little history here, too. A bunch of these, well, you know the history, but a bunch of these were bought in a lot from a pawn shop.
Yeah.
In the protectors.
Yeah, when we were living in Illinois, I was on Facebook Marketplace, I think, and they had it advertised at a pawn shop.
Yeah, they couldn't get rid of them, and she swung a deal for the whole lot.
The person, well, some people that came in and picked out like He-Man and Skeletor, you know, some of the main ones like that, but they left all of this.
Yeah, they didn't want all this. They just wanted the couple of main characters, and then the pawn shop was stuck. And they were like, yeah, these have been sitting here for too long. Can we do something?
Yeah. I mean, a few of them I got after the fact.
Oh, of course.
But I got the bulk of these from the pawn shop.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then you have, there at the bottom, where you got your griffin, you have your animals there.
Yeah.
Stridor and Night Stalker. That kind of.
This is all right up MOTU Joe's alley right here.
Yeah.
And these, which
are your Funko Wacky Wobblers. And that's all of that. And then you have your Hikaris. And that's I'm not sure if that's all of the Hikaris for Masters of the Universe.
And again, I thought the Hikaris were kind of neat. They're like the
them.
traditional Japanese Sofubi looking. And I may as well go ahead and run the rest of the way across the bottom here.
Yep, you have your Dorbs.
Yeah, a lot of Dorbs.
And I was collecting the Dorbs.
Another line that Funko dumped.
Yeah, and Dorbs weren't bad.
Yeah.
Okay, and these are from the movie. Well, no, I lied. These are just like the bigger ones. So you have Captain Glenn. And in some storylines, she brought Cringer with her to Eternia and gave Cringer to Adam. That's some of the storylines. And then here's Queen Marlena.
And then this one
is Oracle with Prince Adam.
If I can see it without looking at myself here because of the glare.
You can see the Prince Adam.
Adam's laying down in there. Tuscador. Gwildor.
And those out here are from the movie.
Yes.
And that is Super 7. Super 7 did those 4 for the movie.
Not Dolph Lundgren He-Man.
Rebel leader.
Yeah, rebel.
And then we're back to Mattel.
Yeah.
Right there.
Snake
and that's
face.
the Snake Man in Horde.
Snake Man at arms. Yeah.
And you go to the Hordes.
Yeah. Horde Prime. Because even Hordak answers to somebody.
Yeah. Then you move down to the Super 7, which I have everything Super 7.
Yes.
Masters of the Universe. And this is when they did the TV version. The first version they did was the Ultimates, which is over there. David will show that in a minute. And this is when he was transforming, and they actually did a Prince Adam, which was cool.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, or looking at. episode specific variants.
And it has a comic and
I think that's a card, actually.
yeah,
I think
because
it's
somebody
like a
took
postcard.
it out. We were watching an unboxing.
They were heartbroken.
Oh yeah, I was too.
Yeah, they're like,
Because I
"It's
thought
not-
that was actually a comic.
Hey, this isn't a comic. Yeah.
It's just a card.
Just a card. Oh, the Filmation carded as seen on TV. Mm-hmm. Let me come back around this way. And Evil Seed. That's what I mean. Is you like to see ones that have never been done before.
Yeah. And then this starts the custom. So this is Anti-Eternia He-Man. That's a custom that I got along with Wonder Bread and Slime Pit.
Those were done by Joe Slynn in the UK.
And the last two were donated to the museum by Rollo from Master Maniac. And it was loose figures, and I had a custom card made. And then I went on Mercari and bought two just random comic books. And I put the comic book in there to make it look like the actual card.
Yeah, make it fit with everything else.
Yeah.
That's one of the 200X vehicles, but we'll get to that because we got more of this up here. This is still Super 7.
Yes, now this is the Super 7. This is how they used to do their Ultimate figures. So the Masters of the Universe were one of their first Ultimates, and it looked like this. And they did the 6, and that was it. And then they moved to this style.
Yeah.
Afterwards, but this is what they did. It's too big to fit in a case.
Yes.
So it's just like that. And this is one of the last one they did. Hero. I think that's He-Man's son. And then you're getting into your 200X.
And
right
then
here.
A couple of bootlegs. I did a independent video on these because these are so weird.
And this was also donated to the museum by Rollo.
Yes.
And then you move into the 200X.
200X. Underrated line.
Yeah.
I think they're still relatively affordable.
I don't know. This is obviously not all of them. I do have quite a bit, but it's not all of them. They were cheap. I don't know if they went up in price or not. But they were fairly cheap. And I have the main characters, basically. Yeah. I mean, you have a ton of He-Mans.
That top row's kind of hard to pick up. There we go.
Yeah, you have a ton of Skeletors. And again, I have them divided up by good guy and villains.
Yes.
And I like the sculpt on that. That was actually really good cartoon.
Yeah, it helped explain a lot.
Yeah.
And these are like 4 Horsemen designs.
Yeah. I like the designs on this better than what Mattel did. And the cartoon was way better than the Filmation version.
And there's a run of vehicles across the bottom. I'll show those in a second here.
Yeah. So they did a lot of the same characters just with different stuff. Like the samurai, you have the snake men, and just all kind of things like that, kind of gimmicks.
And then this, there's some vinyls, more vinyls.
Yeah. Master of the Universe vinyls.
And then some 200X vehicles.
Yeah. And the vehicles were cheap. Again, I don't know what they go for now.
Yeah. When she got these were fairly inexpensive. Nobody cared.
Yeah, I got these back in like 2016, 17, like that. It was, and these are the origins. I didn't get the figures because I'm just like, man, how many of this stuff do you need? So I didn't get any of the figures, but I did get some of the vehicles and like He-Man and Battle Cat. They do have a Skeletor and Panther I don't have. It's a couple of the 2-packs that I would like. I'm not going after them. But there are some out there, and these were the Walmart exclusives. I thought this one was...
Yeah.
That's cool.
Prince Adam, of course, and the famous lounging about with Battle Cat or Cringer, because that's all he does.
That lounge.
That's right. He just hangs out, around.
Well, he got to play the part.
He plays the part. It's kind of like Millionaire Blue Swain.
Yeah.
And then the Super 7.
No, that's
not
Four
Super
Horsemen.
7. Excuse me. Yeah, Four Horsemen.
The little mini statues.
Yeah, these mini statues.
These two are really yellow. That
Yeah, I know. I remember you got
Tongue
these in a lot from that storage clearance.
Yeah.
And they were real inexpensive. It'd be nice to replace them sometime, but
yeah, I don't know what any of this stuff goes for anymore.
No, who knows?
Yeah. And then we get to the original stuff.
I know it.
And I got some of these in a lot, and the rest of them I get onesie twosies here and there. I haven't bought a carded figure in a long time because the ones that I would want are so expensive. Like, I would like to have the King Randor. I would like to have the Sorceress. There's some others that I would like, but boy, you're now in the over $300-400 range, and I'm just not all that willing. Now, if I found a lot and it was in there and the lot was a good price, then that'll be okay. But nah, I actually bought this on Facebook. No, it was Craigslist. And it was so damaged, and this person had it for a long time. And I sent them a message, and I'm like, look, you had this on there for like 6 months now. And he sold it to me. I asked for a cheaper price. He sold it. I mean, because it was torn and wrinkled. And then when we moved from Illinois, it got damaged more. And I had David press it out in his press machine to get it flat like that. I mean, I'm cool with it. You know, whatever. I'm not going to replace it unless I found it in a lot with a whole lot of other things.
This is the first vintage one I ever gave you.
Yeah.
The Beast Man.
Yeah.
Well, figure anyways. The first vintage figure. Because I had given you the Stridor and the Night Stalker.
Yeah. David gave me a lot of the figures that I
did. I don't know anybody who deserves them more.
And then you see some of them are too, like the Rattler, the package is different.
Yeah,
this one doesn't have one, and this one says new. And I got them, again in lots, and then you find out, oh man, but you keep it because...
And the comic is different, and there's a little bit different paint scheme. There are variations.
Yeah.
Hurricane Hordak.
I see the carded figures a lot at shows, but they're usually the ones that I have. I rarely see something that I don't have, but honestly, I don't really look good, like really dig.
And
I see
also,
them and I flip through and I'm like, oh, I got that, and then I kind of walk away.
Yeah, and also, I mean, the ones you see at shows often are really rough, and a lot of the carded ones that you've got here are in really, like, knockout condition.
Yeah.
Like, unpunched and no damaged corners, and there's some really decent condition ones here.
Yeah, and then, of course, at the bottom, there's more Funko.
Yeah.
Because you got to have those Funkos on
Oh,
display.
boy. Do you?
Yeah. I do anyway.
Well, they mix in.
Yeah, I mean, they add variety to the to your collection. So, I like it.
And then the big sets.
Yeah. The vehicles and all of that. Okay, then you go up here. We're at our vehicles, animals, and play sets. David gave me that Battle of Bones or Battle Bones.
Yeah.
And it's just a carrying case.
And then the Stridor and Night Stalker. I give you a lot of these.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them, you got the flap is bent, but I'm cool with that. I'm all right. I have it, and that's it. Now that 2-pack Skeletor, that one looks good.
Yeah.
The flap is not bent.
$11.99.
Yeah, the box is in good shape. Battle Cat and Panther. And the artwork on these are
Yeah,
just
the artwork
wonderful.
is great. It's very Frazetta-ish.
Yeah. It did a lot of work to it.
Slime Pit. Point Dread. I love this right here. Spy Door. Clearance. $1.90.
Whoa, $1.
$1.90. New clearance price. Can you
Wow.
imagine? God.
I found this Night Stalker loose at like Goodwill or something for $1. This is King Randor statue from the
NECA.
Four Horsemen.
NECA.
Oh, that's no.
Did Four
NECA?
Horsemen design it? I don't remember,
Oh, okay.
but I know NECA distributed that.
Okay. This is the Origins, and I got it next to the original. Then the Bashosaurus.
Yeah, Bashosaurus. And then these, which are very similar to the, oh God, what was that company that did the,
Oh, I know what you do.
Yeah.
Diamond Select.
not Diamond Select.
Who was it? I know the ones you're talking about. They made those big jumbo superhero ones.
Yeah.
That, you used to get. I tried buying David those things from Amazon.
They never
and they
arrived
came-
safely.
Yes, they came crushed, and we had to send them all back.
Yeah, because they did G.I. Joe and Star Wars, and they
Yeah.
only did 4 G.I. Joes, but
And
they did a bunch of Star
of,
Wars.
Yeah, like the Incredible Hulk and
Mm-hmm.
all that kind of stuff. I can't remember the name of that company, but yeah, I think
Yeah, I
he
like
still
these.
has those. Yeah, but that's all of those. They only did those 6. And
Yes.
then we come over here to my statues. So this is Sideshow Skeletor. And this one is MFA. Keldor. Well, he comes with a Keldor head and a Skeletor head. And I wanted this Keldor head displayed because you rarely get a Keldor. And I always wish, and they almost did it in the new He-Man movie, they kind of hinted like they wanted to talk about Keldor. And I wish they would just address it in a cartoon or a movie or something. Address that whole thing, and him and Randor talk about it and say what happened. Or he tell He-Man, like He-Man says, why are you like this? And he tells the whole story, because that is in canon now. It's different versions, but Keldor and Randor are half brothers. And this is PCS Studios.
I know a lot of people really like this Battle Cat.
Yeah, that's a nice one. And I wish I could have put it different, where they were kind of facing off at the Skeletor, but I didn't have the space. But this is
Yeah.
fine. And then you have your Hordax. I got 2 of them. I don't know. It's growing on me now. When I first saw it and we unboxed it, and we unboxed both of them,
Yeah.
I didn't care for it. And then I ran out and bought another one. But you know, it's starting to grow on me now the way it is. But I wish it's just some nuances about it I wish was a little different. But
I like the
It's,
Filmation one better.
yeah. And then you have Oracle, Sideshow Oracle.
There's a tray, and then there's the Sideshow Thundercats,
Thundercats.
which are actually really nice. They're die-cast weapons and all.
Yeah.
Nowhere else to put them, so they ended up in here.
Yeah.
And we did unboxings of them as well.
Yeah.
And then the wrestling crossovers.
Yeah, so you had the Masters of the Universe, wrestling, WWE again, crossovers. And I got that. And that's pretty cool. And then this is the crossover ring. And, you know, we didn't have any place to put that. And we didn't have anything to actually go on the shelf. So we put that there.
Let's sit there for now until we get something else.
These are the place cards for Denny's for the Masters of the Universe movie, and we got two. Is Skeletor on one side and He-Man on the other.
Yeah.
So we got two, so we can display it
Lay
like
them together.
that. Yeah.
And that is the master's room. And now transition to room 2. And there's the lovely Miss Lady Pop Hunter again. Hi. Room 2, again, lots to see in here. And this was the first room that was set up. And I guess we can go ahead and start with the advertising wall. And my little wish spot there, because that's where Poppy's supposed to go, the hand puppet. And these were sold in like Sears in like 1975. The Pillsbury family, Pillsbury Playthings collection. And I love the advertising stuff. And it really does stand out when people come over and look at the collection. This is one of the things that kind of stops them as they come in. There's Bob's Big Boy as a placeholder for Frankenberry. He's the only one I'm missing from this set, from the product people. Very tough set to complete. My cereal container. You know, kids just ate out of that.
Yeah, you put your cereal in that and then it's gonna go stale.
It's a bowl. Yeah, let's forget that. I'm eating out of this bowl. And the wave 2 of the product people there. And then they just faded away. Never made anything else. But yeah, love the advertising section. I found out just recently there's actually a green one, which means there might be a green one of the first set. So yeah, another can of worms. Now I gotta find the green one. Good luck. And the Shoppin' Pals dolls, which probably no one has ever seen. Punchy, the Remco McDonald's, which I'm a big fan of this set. 12 scale, 1976. My Ronald manager's phone from 1985. But yeah, real big fan of the advertising stuff. And poor Hasbro Ronald that everybody says creeps them out. I like him. Milton. The Holiday Inn. My wife gave me that. Some Weebles mixed in there, funny face mugs, and Kool-Aid cups and pitcher, and then the thermos. I actually had that thermos as a child. Mr. Rogers from Ideal. I'm missing Lady Elaine. That'll complete the set. Lady Elaine Fairchild. Knickerbocker Snoopy. Knickerbocker Sesame Street, 12 scale. Real hard to find those. And then Durham, Walt Disney on Safari. And a few of the Dakin figures. I don't have a bunch, but if I could find more, I would get them in that kind of condition. Really clean like that. And Muppets, the original Muppets action figures there. And the Chatterchums. You see some of these quite a bit, especially Mickey. They must have made 1 million of those. You find loose Mickeys all the time. And then the child guidance puppets and some more Weeble stuff. MASH. Durham MASH. And then the HG medical kit there, which I had this when I was a kid. It came from Woolworth. Mego, Laverne and Shirley, and Lenny and Squiggy. And man, these are ugly. They are real ugly. Nurse Julia. Welcome back, Connor. I don't have the motorcycle. And the doll there is actually Chemtoy, John Travolta. But there's a motorcycle, and then there's a deluxe classroom that comes with all 5 of the figures in it. Dr. Dolittle, Mark's Archies. Still missing the jalopy. There's a lot of incomplete sets here. Incomplete this and that. Check that out. Those are Wizard air fresheners from the 1980s. Mattel versions of the Archies. They're really more dolls, obviously, just with like rubber heads. Hardy Boys. And some Chemtoy superhero figurines. Tedro, Fat Albert. I think that's what, 1983, if I remember correctly. And the original Chemtoy Fat Alberts. Robot Man. Yeah, the price point on these too. For the 80s, $22.99. Holy crap. Remco Fat Albert doll. There were 4 dolls in this set. Cosby, and then Cosby was done. He's right there. And then these 2 kids, these 2 random kids that I never saw on the show. I don't know where the hell that came from. There's your original Hasbro medical kit there. Who remembers Armatron? And then Pee-wee, talking and non-talking. So we'll transition around this way. Hello. Is LPH hiding back there. The black hole. That's the complete line of 12.5-inch Mego. And then a couple of the deluxe Mego Buck Rogers. And then the deluxe 1978 Star Wars. I'm still missing IG-88. For the loose lineup, I've got everybody but IG-88. And I've only got the 3 boxed ones. I really like these though. Something I'd like to continue to work on. My original childhood Luke Skywalker. He's seen better days. There's Diatarn 3. My wife gave me that. Some 5-inch and then 3-inch die-cast Shogun Warriors. Space Car Mysteron by Morrison. Jerry Anderson, you'll never see that thing again. I have never seen that anywhere. So another line I'd like to expand on is the Worlds of Wonder Teddy Ruxpin action figure line. I hear some thunder in the background. Gregory the Vampire Bat. That's a really cool piece. Durham Star Mission robots. Knockoffs of Zeroids, clearly. There's a third one I don't have from that set. And a couple of trash cans filled with Smurfs. Yes, they're filled with Smurfs. The original Mighty Max, Maximum Man, Durham battery-operated Spider-Man train, the Nerf cycle. That is a prototype that was gifted to us. Some Fisher-Price Adventure People, which I'm a big fan of. There's a ding-a-ling kind of mixed in there because I have some more, and I didn't have a spot for him really. But yeah, the Fisher-Price Adventure People, I'm a huge fan of. And I have a few. And then the Matchbox Fighting Furies, which is a big can of worms actually. This is all 5 of the outfits, but they're also available in a bigger box with a figure standing on the left side, and it's the same figure, but not one of these. And then of course there's the Ghost of Captain Kidd, which you can't find at all because people will collect that and not the rest of the set. And then the pirate ship. And there's my dinglings, Topper dinglings, the rest of them. And the Action Pirates, made by Soma for Woolworth in the mid-80s. Those are really hard to find. That's the whole set, that's all 4 of them. Mattel Space 1999. And the computer control room. And then another favorite of mine, it's Suckerman. All 4 versions. And then the red carded. The carded came red and green. But yeah, I love the Suckerman. And then $6 Million Man. And the Bionic Woman.
What, you gonna wait or?
There's Pulsar Man. And Watch Q. That is actually a Takara Transformer watch from the 70s. Still sealed in the package. Batman, 12.5 inch, and my wife is running upstairs really quick because the power just blipped, so she's checking on things while I'm doing this. I'd like to get the Robin and the Superman to go with this. That's a really clean example though. Indiana Jones, $7.99, and then V Enemy Visitor. And that mask is actually Martin from the show. It's the rest of the $6 Million Man, the Bionic Transport Station, and J.J. Arms, the figure and the mobile investigation unit. And then there's childhood teddy bear and his little dog. Chipmunks, Treatmobile, Flintstones, Kids. There's a Superman Deluxe box set from 5 Points. That was a gift. That was gifted to us. And processed plastic Apollo moon rocket and space shuttles. And then, of course, Electroman and Zog. Electroman and Zog by Ideal. That's right. And I guess we'll just keep going along the wall here. My one remaining Evel Knievel figure. I used to have the whole set, and then Durham. Bunch of knockoffs. Really awful figures, but the card art is amazing. The card art is absolutely amazing on those. Atrovitos Dynamicos, which are Mark's 8-inch figures from across the border. Again, outstanding artwork. You can hardly see the figures in there, but the artwork is amazing on these. It's really well done. And there's supposed to be 9 of these. I've never seen the other 2 ever, except for what's pictured on the back of the box. How the West Was Won by Mattel. Great artwork on these as well. And these are part of the Big Jim family. Grizzly Adams. Doctor Who from Harbert, Italy. It's a Mego crossover. O.J. Simpson regular and deluxe set by Shindana Toys, as well as Dr. J. And the Guardian Goddesses. Both dolls, about 12 inches, made by Mattel in, I think, what, 1978? Can you see some She-Ra influence here? Or perhaps I should say influencing for She-Ra, since this came first. And that's the whole run. Donnie and Marie, that's Donnie. And he was $5. I just got that at a estate sale not too long ago. Big Jim outfit. Poor Janice West all by herself there. But then the Mark Safari collection. Still really trying hard to finish this set. I'm missing the tower and both vehicles from this set. It's a great set though. And they came retail boxed and in boxes like this as well, like a mail order shipper box. There's Duke from Kenner. And then the LJN TV series, Emergency and Rookies and SWAT, some of the variations. This is another big can of worms where there's so many variants of the figures packaging wise that I don't know if I would ever be able to finish this. Steve Scout. Kenner's Steve Scout. Another line I really like. There's Bob. Bob was mail order. They had a few mail order pieces. That's really the only mail order piece I'm 100% interested in. The others I'm not. So for just retail packaging purposes, the one that I'm still missing is the Pathfinder Jeep. I mean, you can find the Pathfinder Jeep loose, sometimes complete, but I'm looking for one unplayed with in the box, and that's where it gets kind of hairy. My original, this is not my original one, but I had this when I was a child, and that's the Playmobil Knights set, Knight Deluxe set. Wanted it again when I was an adult. And then the Neptune battery-powered tin boat works. And the Deluxe Reading Battle Wagon, also still fully functional. And that's a big toy. 1961. We're working our way into G.I. Joe territory. Some original Joes in original outfits. Big fan of these. Really hard to get anymore. These are unplayed with in the boxes. And for now, this is just the best way I have to display them. I'd like to show the actual figures themselves sometime. Not as big of a 60s and 70s collection as I used to have. But again, it's gotten so expensive, so difficult now. But I still love these pieces. And there's me in LPH. Just great toys. And big historic value on these. There's a Johnny Hero Olympic in the box there. The biggest bendy figure you will ever see. These poor guys have no clothes. I'm going to get them some someday, I promise. Adventure Team helicopter. This is kind of out of place, but I had nowhere else to put it at the time, and that's the Fisher-Price Dragster. Still sealed in the box. As we move into a Raw era. Those are the KMT jewelry sets. I have 5. There's 8 altogether in the series. Again, really hard to track those down. And then Battle Gear accessory packs, which I do have the whole wave of Battle Gear accessory packs. And then we start getting into sealed packages. These are sealed. The vehicle and accessory packs that are in this wall. And there is a collection of loose as well. I'll finish showing the carded stuff. This is another line I really like as well, because I guess my interest in Joe would go like 64 to maybe 92-ish. But these have gotten so hard to find also. Well, not hard to find. You can find them. But man, they're expensive. And that dog tag is actually the New York Toy Fair Hasbro vendor's tag from, I think, 97. But all of this has gotten so expensive over the years. It just gets harder and harder all the time. Some Mask. I really don't have much for Mask. Again, another line I'd like to get into, but I mean, there's only so much money to go around. This is years and years and years of collecting, my wife and I. And it's not like we just have tons of money to throw around. That's why we're always hunting for deals. And he's in the infirmary because he was never repaired. His elastic broke, but unfortunately, he's one of those ones that's sealed on the side. There's some 18 bad guys. Notice their names: Cobra, Viper, Python, and Rattler. That's a neat play set. They had some great play sets, some of the best of the 80s in play sets. A raw G.I. Joe. A Terrordrome. Fully loaded Terrordrome. The cores from Leonard. And the general down here, my wife gave me that. And some troop transports. And then that's one of the oldest pieces in here. And that's a 1934 or 1935 pressed steel Structo leader action tank. And it works. He still works. Hi. My favorite person in the world. Diamond Toys. Arnold Schwarzenegger 16-inch Matrix from Commando, both boxed versions. And then the 6-inch. Is he 6 or 8? I think he's a 6-inch. That's another huge can of worms. That line is very extensive. The Diamond Toys. Some reboot figures that were given to us. Automan. Those I picked up because they are clearly bootlegs of Fisher-Price Adventure People. Even the boats were copied, and those were manufactured and sold by Dollar Tree. Some Supernaturals. They're the holograms, but I don't think you're going to be able to see the hologram. Not on the camera. Food Fighters. Cops. Fighting crime in a future time. And then Brave Star. Brave Star is another line that has variants that make it very difficult to complete. Some little rascals down there. I don't have the figures. Those are the Mego Little Rascals accessories. Or Our Gang, rather. Our Gang. Billy Blastoff. And then the Inhumanoids. Still missing a couple of pieces from the Inhumanoids. Very tough line to complete in the package like this. That's a store display. But yeah, very tough to complete the Inhumanoids in packaging. Still working on it after all these years. I can move on to the... I'll use this, look at the center display here really quickly. I mean, that's a lot to take in even just right there. Some jumbo Machinders. These are the Mattels. Shogun Warriors. All three versions of the Mazinger, the US Mazinger, which I did a video clinic on to tell people the differences some time ago. Let's see if I can get around here. Guy King. Zargon. It's Guy King, but they called it Zargon. Mattel did. And all three versions of the Godzilla US. The three standard versions. And then the Remco Johnny Reb cannon. This is really an exceptional condition on this one. And it still works. It'll throw one of those cannonballs like 35 to 50 feet. Few odds and ends on this side. Stuff that there isn't quite a place for at the moment. Just kind of sitting on the shelves here. There's Porky. Oh no. I've shown that Porky before. He creeps some people out. Oldest piece in the museum, actually, because he was manufactured by Hughley in 1930. There's my Mattel Eagle 1. That was a gift to the museum as well from Lee. Everyone in the world had one of these at one time, I think. And some variety of monsters. There's a Crusher for Mattel, and some Dormai. There's the Imperial Godzilla. And then some Dormai Godzilla knockoffs. A Mexican bootleg Mazinger. That's King Kong, the cartoon version. And then, of course, up in here, I've got some, if you noticed, some Imperial Godzillas hiding up in here. And then these independent walls, freestanding. There's more of the Diamond Commandos, a Dino Riders figure. I wish I could get a bunch of these. Dino Riders and Bone Age. They've gotten really hard too. Starsky and Hutch. Chips. More Weebles. There's the Pizza Hut hand puppets from the Casper movie. Talking Muffy. And the Ideal Beverly Hillbillies Jalopy. Some black hole figures. And then Mego again. Well, there's still Mego. Buck Rogers. I'm missing just Buck. Buck is the only one missing from that lineup. And then the whole first wave of Mattel Battlestar Galactica, including both versions of Daggett. Well, Muffy, because Daggett is what he is. Muffy is his name. Muffy or Muffet. Some Ideal hand puppets, vinyl head. Thundercats, Visionaries, Rambo. Again, a lot of lines that I wish I could complete. It's just gotten so hard anymore. Those Rambos are really tough. Visionaries too. All of these Thundercats. That's all gotten so expensive anymore. And the Kenner Chuck Norris. And this is the complete line. This is all 10 figures and one vehicle that was made for the Chuck Norris line. That's all there is. Still very difficult to complete this set. Very difficult to complete this set. I'm happy to have it finished. I'm not big on the hunt per se, but I love it when the line is done. Some Silverhawks. And then Earthworm Jim, a couple of them. I only have the two. Earthworm Jim. And then we'll come around the other side of this. There's the Rebel from Processed Plastics. Kind of a bootleg of the General Lee. And then a plain Processed Plastics. And then some germs. These are Worlds of Wonder germs. And this is a tough set to put together. One, because you can't find them. And two, because no one can remember their names. I mean, look at this. And I have 7 out of 12. 97 cents at KB Toy Store. And then the Kenner Robin Hood, which I think every one of these is like a repurposed Star Wars figure. But that's the whole wave of action figures. I don't have any of the vehicles or playsets. And then a handful of Terminator 2 figures. Not much. And then the big ultimate talking Terminator who no longer talks. And some chipmunks. Those are ideal action figures, actually. And the Tarko Snow Cone Machine. R2-D2, but he pukes crushed ice. Yeah, great idea. And the Skeleton Warriors. The Skeleton Warriors. And there's some cups. 3 out of 4. And I haven't seen these anywhere else. And Pixel Dan gave those to us. The cups there. And you'll notice there's a couple of these that are duplicates, and long story short, the reason that there's duplicates is because there are variations. You can see the differences if you look closely. Figures that were below 10,000, a lot of times Playmates would alter the figures, and not just with Skeleton Warriors. There would be paint scheme changes. You saw that with the Star Trek. And this is Living Toys, and that's the complete wave of Sid and Marty Krofft. The only Sid and Marty Krofft action figures I'm aware of. Back in the day, they made hand puppets and stuff, but you know, that's unused. That lock stitch from Sears. And we'll come around here. Got some Gnarlies from the Rock Lords. And then some Rock Lords. I don't have many. Not huge demand for them, but they're still pretty tough to find on the card. And then the Super Dino Monsters. And I have the whole set, plus a couple of duplicates. Like you can see, there are color variants there between those two. They're the same figure. Ultraman Kaiju knockoffs from the early 80s. You would buy them in like Woolworth or something. 50, 60, 70 cents a piece. 1 point of articulation. Or like these two are the same. So technically there's 24 because there's at least one color variant for each one. I don't have to get that carried away with it. But I do have a complete set. There are 12 different. And like I said, just a couple of extras. And these are really hard to find on the card. Not worth a fortune, but really tough. And Starcom. Another one I don't know if I'll ever finish. I think there's 23 figures in this line. Starcom. I have 9. So it's going to take a minute. It's going to take a minute to get caught up. And then Eagle Force by Mego. And these were selling. This was popular. Look at that. 79 cents at Pick and Save. Gosh. These were really moving for Mego. It was a good line. These were a hot item. But then they never got another wave because Marty got into trouble. Mego went bankrupt. Some of you know the story. Things didn't go well for him after that, and the line was dropped. But these were selling, these were doing well. A couple of Toy Biz that my wife gave me. And hiding in the corner here, it's a 1961 Marx Disneykin from the Tinykins collection, store display. And this blow mold display has been repurposed several times because it came in different colors with different Marx figurines on it. And they're actually really difficult to find. It's a pretty rare display, and the figures on this one would be hand painted. Hand painted. As opposed to factory painting that you would find on the typical Disneykins. Real rare piece. Another rare piece. Not the Case of Worms. I suppose it's rare. The Bad Case of Worms, Mattel, 1981. But this piece, and that's the Dalek play suit by Berwick, all the way from 1965. Rumor has it that even the Doctor Who Museum does not have a complete one. Probably the rarest, if not one of the rarest things in the museum. And we'll go ahead and transition our way into room 1. Still a work in progress. And there's LPH again. Hi. Still a work in progress as we figure out what we're going to do in here. It's a big space. It's a big room. We've decided, well, you see, first of all, there's a lot of vintage video game media here. There's a bunch of compact discs, Nintendo cartridges, Sega Genesis, PlayStation 2, Nintendo NES, and so on. Lots of video game cartridges and things like that. Some good stuff in here for the vintage video games. A handful of plush. Yeah. Hey Gonga, how you doing? And the systems, I'll come around the chair here. Big TV, if that's even big anymore.
No.
No, hardly. You see down there GameCube and Nintendo NES and Super Nintendo and Atari and so on.
The cool thing about that TV, it is not a smart TV.
No, it's not.
We got it long before, not long before, but right when smart TVs were coming out. So they still made non-smart TVs.
Fraggle Rock. Some vintage cartoons on display in here. Old movie shorts. Jerry Anderson collection. Some graded books. Some Mad magazines. Comics. Highlights. Some autographs up here. And what I was alluding to, oh, and there's the Burger King and Burger Chef original Star Wars posters. That we're probably going to take these posters away, put them on the staircase that leads here, and then put the slat wall system along this wall so that we can display more. Magazines, glasses, and then the Santa display. Holiday, because it's kind of mixed. Our vintage curtains and newspaper display stand with National Enquirer and other weird things on there. Magazines. And along the other wall, we'll probably do the same thing. Fill it up with slat walls above the comic racks and take those posters and put them in the hallway so that we can get more displayed in here. There's the comic books. And this worked out really well for us. This type of display cabinet, originally intended for the records, and we got the idea that it would probably work really well for the comics too, and it fits perfectly. 3 rows, top and bottom, that we can pick through. We don't have to sort through 100 short boxes. Each one of these holds 7 short boxes. So that's not bad at all.
Mm-hmm.
Some vintage lunch boxes on here. We have more, but that's all we can display for now, which is part of the reason why we wanted to put a partial slat wall system. So just a slat wall on the top, and we can put more on display, and we'll leave the comics right where they are. And then there's our old dinette set, our vintage dinette, with some Coca-Cola stuff on it.
Because why not? We're in Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, Coca-Cola merchandise in Georgia? Say it isn't so. Say it isn't so. How did that happen? Vinyl records, Weekly World News, cathode ray TV works, clock still flashing because the power blipped, and our spinner rack, and then Serpentor. And with Serpentor, that concludes our tour for now.